What happened? Day 2, stop 6, St. Lawrence River for the Major League Fishing Invitationals. Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. If you're new, my name is Steve Chapman. Day 2, St. Lawrence River, Major League Invitationals was exceptional. This is stop 6. This is their last tournament of the year. The top 30 anglers move into the championship round. Remember, on day 2, there is no forward-facing sonar. They're allowed to use it on day 1, not allowed to use it on day 2, and they can use it on day 3 if they are in that top 30. So to have a good day on day 2 just shows the strength of the angler that you are. Chris Johnston pretty much proved why he and his brother are in the mix of being named the 2 best smallmouth bass fishing anglers on the planet. Chris and Corey, even though Corey isn't there, Chris is in a league of his own when it comes to smallmouth fishing and the St. Lawrence River. And there were a lot of highlights to today, a lot of storylines also. Would this be the day that Banks Shaw becomes Angler of the Year and Rookie of the Year? Would this be the last day that we would see the icon in the industry, Shaw Grigsby, last fishing tournament? And who would make the top 30? Who would get paid? Who would be in the mix for that first place check of $80,000? And if you're running a Phoenix boat, you get $35,000 incentives. There were lots of storylines leading into day 2 of the St. Lawrence River for Major League Fishing Invitationals. Now, a couple things that I really appreciate. First, I appreciate all the extra footage that they do. I will say they need to start putting some bottom third graphics on the bottom to tell what anglers are who. Because there was a time when Banks Shaw was there and he had a face mask on, he had a hat and nothing on for a jersey, and they went to him. And if I didn't hear Chad and Rob say that it was Banks Shaw that we were watching, I would have no clue. That bottom third needs to be up there, and that's one little minor thing that I think Major League Fishing needs to do much better of in the upcoming tournaments. I also really appreciate that they make the Major League Fishing anglers use a net to catch the fish or to bring in the fish. I do like this. I'm not a big fan of watching a fish flop around and bounce all over the deck. It might just be me, but I think when they're able to use the net, grab it, bring it in, it kind of makes things a little bit easier. Now, I believe, and I could be wrong, Banks Shaw won Angler of the Year and Rookie of the Year. He's in that top 15. I think that solidified just an absolutely ridiculous year on the Invitationals. I mean, if you didn't look into his statistics, Banks has been absolutely crazy consistent this year. I think in the first 5 tournaments, he finished in the top 10 in every tournament. He still has one more day left, so he could make the top 10. And during the midday report, Chris Johnston he was on fire. He was doing, he just, like I said, he's one of the best smallmouth bass fishermen on this planet. And he had an over 6 pound lead at around 12 o'clock. Now the top 10 anglers moving into day 3, the championship round, even though there's 30, are Chris Johnston, Clay Reese, John Murray, Shaw Grigsby, Ethan Greens, Hayden O'Barr, Marshall Hughes, Brent Anderson, John Levesque, Lane Olson, and even in that top 10 or 11 or 12, Brian Latimer is making an appearance in the mix. And I'm going to be straight up honest. I think Chris Johnston win this hands down. But tomorrow, having a cameraman on the boat with an icon and in his last tournament with Shaw Grigsby is going to be worth watching the whole day. I can't wait to see and watch him fish, to hear maybe his stories, to see his emotion as it's going on during the day, because I do think that I think at some point it will be emotional for Shaw. And I'm also happy that my boy John Murray is in that top 3 too. And he'll have a cameraman on a boat because he fished the BPT last year and now is fishing the Invitationals. And John is one of the best guys in the world. So to have Chris and to have Shaw and to have John, I think it's going to be a magnificent championship day for fans and for the MLF Invitationals. And I can't wait to see how this thing ends, because it's been a fantastic year, and we'll finally know who the top 5 anglers are that are going to either get their shot at being in the BPT, or maybe they won't accept the bid or the invitation. We don't know. And that's what makes this year, with Major League Fishing and everything that's gone on, one of the most exciting fishing tournament series and tournament organizations that we've had in a very long time. But what did you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Are you excited to see Shaw tomorrow? Last time we'll ever see him, maybe possibly ever see him, with a cameraman on his boat, competing for the win. It's a great way to end the year. Great way to end his career. And I couldn't be happier for him. I'm really happy for him. When I'm done with this video, I'm going to edit it. I'm going to text him, tell him how much we appreciate him, and just say thank you. But what do you think? Comment below and tell me what you think. Thanks to all the new subscribers and members and everyone who's interactive on the channel. I really do appreciate it. It's a humbling experience, and I just think it's great, and can't say thank you enough. So thank you. But if you're not a subscriber, hit that button. Welcome to the team and the family. Remember, take your kid fishing, tight lines, cheers, and get your fish on.